Hey guys, and welcome back to Broken Soul Studios. I'm your host, Broken Soul. Now, before we get started with the newest episode of SoulCast, a Broken Soul podcast, I should give y'all an update. Now, I understand that I've been on a hiatus for a while. That is due to unforeseen circumstances, and I completely apologize. But it's also a good thing too, because it means I can get my videos out a lot better, more high quality. Plus, it gave me a chance to think of my scheduling. Now, the schedule for my videos is going to be a little different because I've had a chance to look back and go through all my videos and see, like, you know what, I've been consistent with this and this, but you know what, I want to add more, I want to do more. So I've kind of a little step back, took a deep breath, and now I'm going to do a brand new thing, a whole new schedule for videos. I'm still going to have SoulCast, and I'm still going to have The Island, of course, for Ark Survival Evolved, but I'm going to add a few more things. They'll come out more as they come along. Now, one more thing. For this episode of SoulCast, a Broken Soul podcast, I actually got some guests this time. I know it took a little while, but I got some guests, actually. Also, I had to cut this podcast in half because we ended up talking for like 2 hours. So the first half, you're going to hear up, and of course, you'll hear me do the whole introduction, all this stuff, and then I'll say, of course, the catchphrase will be over. Then you'll hear the second half next week on next Saturday, okay? So, with that being said, let's get on to the episode, guys.
Okay, we're recording. Hey guys, welcome back to Broken Cast, a Broken Soul podcast. I'm your host, Broken Soul, and here are my guests. Guys, introduce yourselves.
Oh, hey, howdy. My name is Geronimo.
This is Babydoll.
Geronimo. I'm Ferret.
Yeah, Babydoll, Geronimo, and Ferret. Okay, so for today's topic, what do you guys have in mind? Geronimo, you had some, right?
Yeah, I actually did.
All right, man, go for it, and let's go off of there.
All right. So, from the My Hero Academia universe, correct?
Yes.
Let's say their quirks was actually their disability.
Disability or disorder? There's a difference.
Disorder. No, you're right. Disorder. I'm sorry.
I have a couple of questions on that. Like, what would Codas be? The guy who can talk to animals. What would his disorder be? Like, what? Talking to animals?
Schizophrenia.
Would it be schizophrenia, though?
I mean, you could say schizophrenia for that. Or, I mean, I feel like you could say it's selective mutism.
Yeah, okay, that makes enough sense.
Well, yeah, you're right about that one, though. But, like, I would say maybe around schizophrenia, no?
Well,
what are the actual symptoms of schizophrenia?
I believe it's classed by different things. There's different symptoms depending on the person. You could have hallucinations, I believe. There's general unease. There's different types of feelings.
Oh, okay. Well, we know what some of the others are for obvious ones, like Sugar Man. His, of course, would be like diabetes, wouldn't it?
Diabetes.
We know Aoyama's would be narcissism.
Frappies.
Frappies? What would that be?
Honestly, I feel like it could be a form of autism. I don't want to
But to me, I feel like it would be some.
I don't know, because going off personality also, I mean, she's honestly been really reliable several times over, so I really can't say autism that much to that one.
Well, you're thinking of it in the wrong sense, in my opinion. Savantism is a very highly occurring variation, I want to say, of that. But also, autistic doesn't mean you can't do anything.
Well, I'm not
it just
saying...
means they have a neural slowdown in certain areas and speed ups in another.
Okay, I can see that.
In a basic way of putting it.
Okay, I can see that.
She's very blunt, but she's a very promising hero.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would be All Might's? What would be his disorder?
Would it be overprotectiveness?
And Skelemite.
Okay, for one thing, he needs to eat a sandwich if he's in his Small Might form.
To be honest, I would think Small Might would be.
I guess the muscle deficiency.
No, it's the eating disorder. I can't remember.
I know what you're talking about.
Which one?
The one where you think you're fat. I can't remember the term for it.
Anemic?
Yeah, anemic or whatever.
I think I knew somebody who was anemic once, but they got over it.
It's you think you're
freeze up as we go.
What's up?
Basically, I would say in his the reason why he thinks he's All Might is because he's Small Might. Basically,
To be
he's
honest,
anemic. He can't eat nothing.
well, that is
And he
true.
tries-
I'd say for All Might, I'd say he's more like overprotective. I'd say more because think about it like this. Remember in the episode where he was going to the school, he stopped like 4, 5, 6 different assaults just on his way to work. I mean, the guy cannot stop protecting people no matter what. So I think it's more like being overprotective, in my opinion.
But to be honest, he's also a narcissist. Or no, not a narcissist. What's the term for somebody who likes attention?
That would be, I think that's still a narcissist, isn't it?
Isn't it a
I'm not
narcissist?
sure. I'm not qualified.
Oh
for
no,
that.
narcissist is like somebody who like is infatuated with
Oh, I'm the
themselves.
best. I'm most beautiful thing. Like that is Aoyama, and this can't stop twinkling shit.
Yeah, that's
Okay, yeah, that'll be
Aoyama.
all.
Okay,
But
kind of joking. I'm pretty sure Ochiko's is always being high.
Well,
Probably.
so, okay.
Drug problem.
I'm sorry. That was
Druggy.
again. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
What would be like Bakugo? Because like he's my favorite one. So I mean, this would like kind of be interesting, like hearing y'all's point of view.
That would definitely
I mean,
be like
That
over
could be two
anger.
things.
Like
Well, I mean, anger issues
yeah,
are
anger
a thing,
issues.
but also I could see God
God complex.
Yeah,
complex and
that'd be
inferiority
mine.
complex.
yeah,
Yeah.
no. Well,
Or not
he
God complex,
shows.
superiority.
You know what?
Superiority.
That does
complex.
make sense because don't forget his first hero names were King Explosion Murder, then Lord Explosion
And
Murder.
Lord.
Exactly. So
So
I mean,
that-
it's a step down from King, I guess.
but he has a real bad habit with the
with the screaming and saying dumbass all the time.
yeah.
She
And like Kirishima, like I feel like his is,
He's manly.
I don't know, like I wouldn't know like where to start with Kirishima. Yeah, and like besides
I mean, if
that,
you want to
though, but,
take like a
like,
step
what-
further and tying each person with their quirk specifically, you could
Well-
say he has a deficiency in keratin, which is the protein for your nails, your skin, as well as hair.
I always thought it would be like
Could
more
just
like
be he
over
lacks it, so his
masculinity.
skin tears easily. I mean,
Well, my
that would be
thing
it if
is-
it was toxic more though. It's like he's not like, oh, I'm the biggest buffest one here. No, he's not toxic about it. He's just like, that's super manly. He uses it as a replacement for like cool, dope,
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
amazing.
Kirishima is his quirk is basically he builds up a wall. He likes to be close to people, but he also builds up a wall. That's what I think his quirk is.
Porcupine syndrome.
Yeah.
That might. Yeah, I think so. Does somebody have a laptop near them besides me so they can look up like what the symptoms are for some of these diseases?
I'm on it.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Ferret, our man on the job.
Bird.
Yeah, we gotta come with better aliases for next time.
Well, he is our rescue ferret, so
Oh,
yeah,
rescue
we probably
Ferret!
should try with better releases next time.
This was just sort of on the spot thing. So
Technically,
Yeah.
we did plan this out like a couple hours ago, but still, I mean, we only started recording right now.
Because a couple hours ago I was at work, so
that's true.
I
So-
had no time to look at any of the messages.
yeah, this young man right next to me right now is rescue ferret.
Okay, then.
I'm not near you, though.
He means in the chat if you look at the screen.
On the screen,
Well,
yeah.
Am I?
Yes?
Oh,
Yeah,
Well,
you're next to me. You're to my left. Or
On my
right,
screen,
maybe.
you're on the left. Yeah.
oh, I thought it was different for everybody. Well, swell.
Anyway. Oh my god. Okay, here's a good
Editing.
here's a real good question. What would Shinji's be? The guy with the 6 arms.
Shoji.
Shoji. I'm sorry, I'm not good with names. I am not good with names.
Mizo. If you want to just cop that one, he mentions, or it's mentioned, I think, in one of the manga things that he wears that mask because he has a disformed face, I believe, or a scarred face from something. So people get scared by seeing it. So his could just literally be, "Oh, I'm scared of my scars," which is a very common thing.
Isn't that something dysphoria or something like that? I can't
Hell
remember
if
the
I know.
term. I'm trying to remember the term for it,
laptop.
but I can't remember at the top of my head.
I need a new laptop.
Yeah, I think we all need a new
Same.
laptop.
Well, I can't get on my laptop because I'm driving, but I mean,
Weren't you
fine.
just in the house like 10 minutes ago?
Well, it wasn't my house. I went to go visit her.
Oh, okay.
Be safe on the road, please.
I am. Don't worry. You're on speaker.
I understand that, but still, I feel the need to say it every time. Anyway, though, well, let's keep going down the line. Let's go with our main character. What would Deku's be? Would it be insecurity?
Oh, his would probably just be reckless abandonment, because if we're assuming, okay, something we probably should start off with is what is the term of this idea? Like, is this supposed to be in this world they are with the superpowers and the superpowers represent their disability or disorder, or is it they have these disorders and this is just like a story form coping mechanism for them?
We could go with it. We could look at it with both different ways. Let's look at it one way and then the other.
Okay, so like with Deku, if it's the powers representing his disorder or whatever in the world, easily, going from being inferior because he's the only person without one, or not the only person, but 20% of the population, which realistically would probably be around like 8 to 10% of the population being born without quirks.
Well,
that's being generous.
You also have to keep in mind, like, I don't know if it's in the manga or if it's in like the anime itself. If you pay close attention, like the doctor that like diagnoses him without a quirk is also the doctor for the League of.
No, yeah, that was confirmed in the manga in later
that's
chapters.
Been confirmed, yeah. Dr. Funjiko, I believe his name was.
Anybody else still on that whole standing that he stole Deku's quirk to begin with? I'm still on that. I'm on that train.
And that's where like I'm stuck on. Like, okay, so how the hell did? Because
warning, by the way.
Oh yeah. Huh? Oh no, I'll put a warning at the beginning of the video. Spoilers, by the way. I'll find a way to put it in. I'll put it in.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. No one really gives a shit.
It is. I mean, I guess I could see it. Because One for All has people everywhere. Probably he's been around for centuries. Do you say?
I'm guessing by what they're saying. I want to say like at least 2 to 2.5 centuries.
Well, he's been here since. I'm sorry.
No, go for it.
Given that amount of time, he'd have connections pretty much anywhere he wants, really. If you're that strong to build.
Well, here's the thing, though. Even if you have a very strong ability,
makes somebody special. Realistically, it doesn't make them special.
That kind of makes sense.
I mean, look how many elemental quirks there are.
God.
You had the water hose duo. You had their son who had a similar style ability. You had I forgot his name from the other school with wind, fire, ice. There's
that one guy who can do the earthquake thing.
Earth flow and who can create vibrations on the earth.
And don't forget during the USJ that one villain grabbed Kaminari and said, "I feel like a brotherhood with other electric types." So that kind of
electric one. Yeah, all the people in the water.
I mean, so that alone should tell you that there's a bunch of different people with a bunch of different quirks all over the place.
Well, I mean, also that, but like think of it too. The original term wasn't quirks. That's the American version. In the manga and the Japanese manga, it's kose, which translates roughly to individuality. What makes them unique. But, with a large enough sample size, unique is a relative term. You're going to have people with super similar quirks. Manual as well, the water hero, Manual has a water-based quirk. Backdraft has a water-based quirk, similar, but with a mutation. Kami Woods has his wood quirk, which is Arbor, which probably has some similarity to some other wood quirks somewhere.
Yeah,
okay, so I totally...
Isn't Denki's mom, basically the same as Denki's quirk, too?
I think that was just a video saying, "Oh, it's his mom."
You saw that too? It was
just a different hero. I think it was. That's a clip from one of the movies.
I need to watch the second and third movie. I want to watch them so badly.
But basically, isn't that almost like saying? I'll just call her. Yeah, no, I'm not just calling him his mom right now until it's proven otherwise differently. I need to watch the movie. But isn't it basically the same as Denki's?
Oh yeah, it's a similar style quirk, electric quirk, the ability to emit electricity outwards. And that's the thing, like, what defines what your individuality is.
By that same note, kind of going off of what Geronimo just said, remember in the first movie there was that girl Cow Lady? She reminded me so much of Mount Lady.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Pony.
Oh yeah, her too.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, quirks are very similar, so it's... there's no confirmation that because you have a similar quirk to somebody else you're related, because quirks, while in the story, are still relatively unknown. We know that they're somewhat genetic and that you get part from your mom and your dad, but I think it's said in one of the manga panels that you can have one of your parents' quirk, the other, or a mixture of the two, or a mutation of some sort that's
okay.
like
So
neither
like
of them. I don't know if that's true, but
on that subject that like Ferret just said, like how it's like technically like genetic. So for that one rescue scene where what's his name? Is it? I forgot his name. But he was like, yeah, I'm gonna like, if nobody is like, nobody's heroic enough and all this stuff, I'm just gonna kill all the heroes. Remember that part where they go to rescue? They go to rescue.
Was it Ida?
Who did they go rescue?
Ida, the guy with the engine in his calves.
Huh? Yeah, they want to go rescue Ida, but
you mean Stain?
Like,
yeah, Stain.
Yeah, I'm talking about Stain. And then, but they're on the way to go rescue Ida, and then they see another pro hero, and his name
Native.
Yeah, Native. So like, what would like? Because I know they don't go into depth with like his quirk, but like, how would he genetically speaking, like, where would he get his quirk from?
Well, it depends on what it is. If it's some form of, what would a quirk for a hero named Native be? I don't even know his tagline. He's not really mentioned.
To be honest, when it comes to something native, now this is just my interpretation, but it would usually involve something with nature or the wind.
I'm gonna look it up.
You know, Horikoshi used to go into so much detail with every single character on the page, and I mean every single, like, you'll never see this guy
He's like
for like more than 2 seconds.
I know, like, he did that with the news announcer.
Exactly.
Like with Native, like I think of like Skinwalkers and
Vale.
Wendigos, and I think of like all like the
God, I'm getting flashbacks.
Yeah, like all the freaking, like I think of like all the scary bedtime stories that we used to hear when we were little. You know what I mean? Like I think of Wendigo, Skinwalkers. I think of like all these other stuff. You also gotta remember,
like, it's also the war dance, rain dance.
I don't think like they don't even give it a name.
Well, I mean, for some heroes, they're like just placeholders. You know? I mean, hell, remember in that one with
spoiler, he fucking dead.
Oh shit!
What?
How did he die?
You finally got him.
My heart.
How did Native die?
Yeah, they never say what he can do. They don't even give a list of his. Do you really want to spoilers?
Well, how far is the spoilers? I'm already caught up.
It's a bit into the manga. Not where we are right now. It's after. It's before where he leaves. It's before. How do I say this so I can make a huge spoiler? It happens.
Is it before the?
What's it after?
Not the war arc.
Not what's it before. What's it after?
In the war arc.
In the war arc. Okay, just say it like that. Keep it like that. Keep it as vague as you can.
Yeah.
It's in the war arc.
Hey, let me ask this kind of real quick. While we're in the spoiler territories right now, did they ever say what Deku's final quirk was? What the second user could do?
I think it was like a Kaioken kind of thing, or was that the third kind of guy?
That was the third. It was called a Fajin, basically. And from what I got out of it, he uses momentum to power himself. That's what I got out of it.
Oh, we're about to find out. Like, my computer didn't load too fucking slowly.
It's like a physics thing where it's like you put like equal, you know what I mean? Like equal input equals equal output. I'm still
calling it Kaioken.
I believe so. I want to say, but I'm not entirely sure. They went into so much detail in the manga, but I couldn't read it at the time.
Yeah, because like I don't read the manga only because like I'm so busy with work and other stuff, so I don't read the manga. I watch the anime.
Okay, let me kind of get into like the really.
Oh yeah, I think. They did.
What'd they do?
They released the quirks he has.
What's the final quirk? We know we know he has, of course, the strength enhancing, all for one, the base power itself.
The first one he got was one for all, the strength stockpiling ability.
Yes.
After that, he gained
Black Whip.
After that was Black Whip.
Okay.
Which is emotional based, actually, if I remember. Then he got Float, I believe. No, was it Float or was it Danger Sense? I think it was Float, then Danger Sense.
Float, then Danger Sense, then Smoke.
Yeah, he got Smoke Screen, then Fajin,
and then finally.
Oh no, it's just one left, I believe.
So there's just one left because it says he's supposed to have the one quirk plus 6 others, and if my math is right, which it never is, that's 7 right there.
5, 6. Yeah, no, wait, hold up. He has one for all, Fajin, Danger Sense, Black Whip, Smoke Screen, and Float. That's 6 quirks together. He's the 9th user. Take out 2 because both him and All Might were quirk lists. So that's
7.
Hold the fuck up. Wait, huh?
Do you need a pencil and pen?
4, 5, 6. Yes, I do. I'm not smart.
We'll give you a quick minute.
When you have to go back.
I was counting on my fingers and I still fucked up.
You are?
How do you think I got to 7?
I can't count to 10. In my defense, look what the high school I went to.
You got a point.
No,
One for all,
You're
Tajin,
right.
Danger Sense, Black Whip, Smoke Screen, and Float. That's 6 quirks. He's supposed to get 7.
You went to the same high school as me, fool.
Okay, take away the base.
I know I did, Geronimo.
Hang on, buddy. Take away the base quirk, and he's supposed to get 6+. So right there, that's 6 quirks he's gonna get plus that one he already has.
Why?
So that's 7.
My computer is a piece of crap, and it's opening a Star and Stripes page.
So what happens if he gets 2 more?
Yeah, their phone.
What do you mean 2 more?
He gained a million square.
Oh god.
Like what? I have a question. Can he take quirks, or he can only give it?
No.
It was heavily instated in the manga that All for One and One for All were linked. So theoretically, he could gain that power.
I mean, technically, I guess I could see the link because All for One made One for All.
Not to mention, Deku saw All for One in the, I guess you could call it the Dreamscape, the All for One scape.
Oh, the vestiges.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah.
He was one of them because he helped create the quirk.
I mean, if they did put that in, I don't know how I feel about that, but okay. Y'all continue how y'all want.
Well, here's a quick question, and I've wondered this for a while, but what I'm trying to figure out is how did they figure out that the quirk One for All could be passed on? How'd they figure it out that the stockpiling quirk could be passed on to generation after generation?
My guess is of the predecessors of All for One or One for All is one of the predecessors was actually the other one's disciple or pupil. So basically, when one failed, the other one decided the last minute to pass on.
Because what I'm getting out of it, and here's what my thought is, because it said if One for All were to be passed on from one to another, the user would need to will it and to wish it. This is just me, but I'm thinking that the original founder plus the second user were gay, and I'm thinking that maybe, like, I don't know, because it said they need to be passed on through DNA swapping. So I don't know.
Well, my also you're probably right, but I'm gonna go back with the disciple or the sensei and the disciple. You know, maybe one of them got too old, or one of them was dying off, and it was like last minute, drink my blood or eat something, eat my hair, eat this.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that, but I don't know. It got me confused, honestly, because how they got it from All Might to Deku, or even from what was her name, Nana Shimura to All Might. I mean, again, the hair thing made sense because they knew about that, but how'd they first discover it? That's kind of what I want to know.
Yeah, no, and that's something that drives it all off, because I don't think they ever go into specifics about that.
They might go into it in a future chapter.
So.
Oh, I was saying because what got me confused was how did they first discover that the stockpiling quirk that became One for All could get passed down to users? My headcanon is that the first founder and the second user were lovers.
I don't think he ever states how they figure out. I just know that I remember in the manga, Toshinori tells Deku the brother had a useless quirk, a quirk that could pass on quirks via DNA. But they never mentioned how he finds out.
That's why
my guess was, where mine was, is, the first user had a disciple, and he decided, he was getting either too old or he was injured in a fight, and last minute he just in the spur of the moment said, eat this. Eat this, basically. Drink my blood or eat my hair.
Yeah, I can kind of see that, but again, it for me it got confusing. That's the only thing.
Yeah. All right. Going back onto topic with the order or the
just a wee bit away.
Yeah, sorry about that, by the way.
Oh no, trust me. I kind of expected this to happen.
But going back onto the thing, another disorder I would give Bakugo for this is another little theory headcanon is, what if the school, UA and Deku were all in Bakugo's head after, he bullied Deku so much that he actually did, decide to kill himself?
Oh, do you mean as superpowers, or in a superpowered world, or in the normal world? And that's his coping mechanism, is the superpowers.
Yeah, that's his coping mechanism, the superpower and like the class in general.
I could see that. Like, I mean, that's interesting. Given that Deku was bullied from the time that he was noted as quirkless, it could just be that Deku showed some sort of disability that the other kids made fun of. And then after being bullied for so long because kids are kids and they're assholes.
Yeah.
After being bullied, he ends up just...
Man, we got real dark real fast.
Well, yeah, sorry about that, by the way, but
I mean, it makes sense though. Like, it's a very interesting thing. Like, he gets bullied so much, he kicks the bucket. After that, Bakugo starts fantasizing about being a hero, somebody who saves people. And Deku
because he's the reason why Deku killed himself.
Fanfic writers to your keyboards.
Yeah, because my guess is right when Bakugo finally said, "Why don't you take a swan dive?" It was him saying, "Why don't you jump off the roof to see if that will make you a proper body?"
Oh, that was fucking dark. Okay.
I know, goddamn.
Well, if you think about it, suggesting suicide in the first episode of what became a major series, I mean, it doesn't surprise me, to be honest.
It's like that.
And sorry, yes, that was a dark term, but like, just think about it. It's...
Well, okay, so let's think about it like this. Like, you know how in Twilight, like the last movie, how like the battle scene was just a vision?
I never saw it.
Okay, well, sorry, spoiler alert.
I don't want to see it.
I don't think I'll see it.
In Twilight, that last movie, like that battle scene was just a vision. Like it didn't really happen. So like, what if he's just thinking, oh shit, like actually thinking about it, like, oh shit, like what if like this is what happens if like I continue to be a fucking dick to this kid, like, you know what I mean?
That makes enough sense. Hey, Babydoll, real quick, like, do you have anything like you kind of want to add to your own thing, like any topics you kind of want us to discuss? Because so far, me, Ferret, and Geronimo have kind of been putting up a lot of the stuff right now.
Well, I was driving and I just got to the house, so
I understand.
You know what? To put me on the spot. Okay.
Well, I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I'm just saying, like, do you have any ideas? Because I figured, well, maybe you had like one or two ideas that may have popped in your head that you really wanted to discuss that we kind of glossed over.
In the topic, we can talk about like anime,
video games, whatever, really.
I'm trying to think now. You got my brain. Got my brain.
Okay,
it will come back to you in a bit.
It will come back to me.
So we'll continue with the suicide part, and you can, I guess.
It would be fucked up if somebody just came in right now when you said, we'll continue with the suicide part.
Where's my Kool-Aid?
Or my Kool-Aid.
Oh my god.
No, like, okay, back to the suicide topic about the My Hero.
Yes.
So, and so the scene where basically Bakugo and Deku were fighting in the
post the radar or the Bakugo retrieval arc.
Can anybody hear him? Because I can't hear him.
I can hear him.
I hear him.
No, he was saying that when Deku and Bakugo fought the second time, their rematch, I think. What was it when Deku was at what, 8%, 15%?
Yeah, like 15% probably.
No, he's 8%.
When he did that badass kick.
I could not even hear you. Like, I only heard
ignore, yes, goddamn.
And then it just disappeared.
All right, so when they're fighting, what would you think that was actually
that's Bakugo coming to terms with his demons?
Yes, because him being captured was basically his version of going to therapy.
I was about to say, is the League of Villains fucking therapist?
That is one fucked up
it's
therapist.
A psych ward.
Honestly, like, I totally agree with Geronimo, because like I noticed when I saw that part of the anime, he was like really nonchalant about like the whole fucking situation.
Oh my god, I just realized, yeah.
Well, when he's kidnapped, I mean, like, in world, I don't really like understand the effect of being surprised anymore, because he didn't really meet All For One, the being who could take his quirk. He met his disciple, the person who could disintegrate him, but his disciple was dead set on the idea of recruiting him, so he knew, I'm not gonna get, they're not gonna injure me too bad. Yeah, they might rough me up, but they're not gonna kill me if they want me to join them.
Yeah, but also think like this. He was also overconfident because he still thought that his quirk was still the end-all be-all, even with the competition of Todoroki and Deku coming up in the world.
I can understand why, but if it's supposed to be like a covering of him going to therapy, I mean, at some point you face your demons and you just sort of accept what you've done. Being nonchalant is not being emotionless from it. It's accepting I've done this. I need to repent. I need to atone for it.
So you would think that him helping out Deku now in the present timeline would be like, okay, now that I've conquered my demons, I'm gonna do better by it, right?
Yeah.
Because think about it,
because he does have, as much as I hate the character, he has really good character development.
I don't hate it.
It's not the best.
Yeah, I don't hate him. I just hated how he treated Deku. That's all I hated about him. Just how he treated him.
His mentality.
I said, I'm sorry, I'm the one that was in love with the fucking bully.
Geronimo?
You're perfectly fine. You're perfectly fine.
Alright, but yeah, like how he him fighting Deku is like him finally going into terms. No. Technically, in the movie, when Bakugo and Deku fought together, was actually when he came into terms with his demon.
That is true, but it's still not entirely proven if the movies are canonical.
But
the movies, I had noticed like with the movies, like they don't really go with the anime. Like they don't really, like it's completely different.
No, like the movie doesn't go with the anime. The anime goes with the movie.
Yeah.
I never realized that. I probably have to rewatch the movies again.
Because rewatch the first movie and the first 2 episodes that lead up to it. Because in the anime they lead up to the movie, but in the movie they don't really acknowledge the anime at all. In fact, the only reference we get to any of Class 1A at all is just a couple of little 2 or 3 second skits, and that's it.
But which movie?
The first one.
What do you mean reference Class A? Like the...
No, because think about it, the entire movie focuses mostly on Deku, Uraraka, Ida, Momo, and their little group, and none of the rest of Class 1A is involved at all, despite the fact that they're involved with the anime very heavily with the actual anime itself. And the only cameo they get...
Well, that one I'd go on.
No, I was going to say the only cameo they get is 2 or 3 second skits, but you were saying?
That one I feel like it's more just cost effectiveness or the animation, because animating a group of how many were there? 8 people?
Roughly.
Yeah. That was
with very visual affecting quirks is cheaper than doing a whole 20, especially if you're not even going to use all 20. Mineto's quirk was used a small bit, but quirks like Sugar Rush, they were not supposed to destroy the bots. He would lose cognitive function and break them. Who else wouldn't be as useful? Eljuro's tail. He swings just a little too hard or at the wrong area, he's hitting a friendly. Each quirk, even the ones that were used in the movie, were very situational.
Yeah. Anyone else think that Kirishima was done dirty in the movie?
He all stuff with the sire, but he has to be careful. Yes.
To be honest, I haven't seen the movie yet, so...
Beach?
Fuck you.
Okay, so back to the subject. What were we talking about?
Topic.
We're talking about
back on topic.
We were talking about the movies, actually.
Okay, so the movies... You really need to see the movies, dude. I mean, I feel like the movies really help a lot.
Okay, back on topic.
Okay,
okay.
How many times has that been said?
About 3 by my count. I'm gonna do a back on topic counter on the thing.
Edit it. Fuck.
It's back on topic.
Okay. We were saying what the movie, how
Yeah, I feel like the movie's really tied to the.
That's what it was. How they tie each other.
Yeah, so I noticed that on the first movie, leading up in the anime, leading up to where the movie starts, I don't know, it connects, and then whatever, a couple episodes later they come back from the trip, whatever, and I feel like they really don't talk about it.
They reference it once in in passing, oh, I remember this, or oh, hey, I got it off the phone with my friend Dave or something like that. They reference it, but it's very small, blink and you'll miss it references.
Yeah,
it's little Easter eggs. Basically, it's just okay, it's there and it's gone. What they do on any other movies on Marvel.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Little hints and nods to them.
Actually, I will say this though: it's canonical that Deku actually does send letters back and forth with Melissa. Apparently, she's gonna be his tech girl once she's able to do it.
Either that is his girlfriend.
I don't know. I can't see that.
Bro, I'm sorry. I'm one of those people.
I don't really do any of that.
I'm one team Raraka. No. I'm sorry, dude. Like, I just love her. She's just so, I don't know, man. She's just so adorable, in my opinion.
The innocent child, bro. Come on. What's that guy?
It's fine.
Bro, he's gonna have to
point,
so much
it is
shit.
Yeah,
Fine.
I know. Hey,
yeah, keep laughing. I'm gonna send you the file. You're gonna edit this.
Bro, at least you're not doing no BB now cuss words.
I'm probably gonna have to.
I don't know how to. Oh no, dude, trust me. Watch my latest video and you'll see I left all the cuss words in except for like 2 at the beginning.
Okay.
You're saying Geronimo?
Okay. Remember that the Vine star who Dirty named out like Hardboy 1, Hardboy 2?
Yeah. So it was William Patrick Charles.
Yes. So remember how he
innocent child.
He turned a puppy into, and if a dog got reincarnated.
Human being.
Yes, I see them. Okay.
I ain't fair, but still, I don't really do any of that. I read My Hero for the superpowers and people beating the shit out of each other because one's a villain trying to destroy society.
Dude, as soon as Miracle came up, you straight up said new waifu.
True, but I never said I shipped.
No, but you just said my waifu straight up,
brother. She could kick me in the abdomen any day.
I'm not gonna lie, she could crush me between her thighs any day.
Oh my god.
I'm not saying
Have
that.
you seen her legs?
I didn't say none of that now.
Have you seen her legs?
Yes, I've seen her legs. I watched the anime.
Okay, but have you seen them from a point of view and mindset?
Okay, from Broken's point of view and from Ferret's and from Geronimo's point of view, I'm the only female in this cast. So
doesn't mean just because you're female doesn't mean nothing. Okay.
Okay.
It's called curiosity.
No,
it's called curiosity.
You would love for me to explore my curiosity, wouldn't you, Geronimo?
We all would actually.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
You know I regret nothing.
You should know I like sharing.
This is why I wanted to start this podcast in the first place.
Honestly, it's not even just My Hero. It's just us talking shit in Discord.
Pretty much.
Labeled this.
Okay.
Isn't that what most podcasts are?
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, then there you go.
I mean, the off-brand ones, I guess, like the actual hardcore.
Yes, because you swear we're AAA titles. Yes, you swear we at Broken Soul Studios are a AAA title with millions of dollars to spend.
Well, if you look at if you look at the big ones, like let's say Misfits and the I'm naming names, by the way.
Go ahead, name them. I will not put them in the description. I have no idea who you're talking about.
The Misfits, Fitz and Swagger Souls.
Oh, okay, I've heard of them.
And then there's if I can remember correctly, the Goons podcast.
Oh, the Goons.
Yeah.
I love watching these specific casts on TikTok because they're because they're just so fucking funny way, but they talk about Mexican American history and all this other stuff like Chicano pride. I was like, oh my god!
Please tell me they included Selena in there.
Yeah, I mean,
thank God I'm following. Who is it? I'm following.
I have to look for it.
I love Selena. Okay?
Send us the link.
It's on TikTok, so I have to go and hunt it down.
Didn't you favorite?
Well, you're gonna have to do it.
You know how
anyways,
changing the subject.
Again.
Let's change the subject to this real quick. So let me ask this actually. Kind of getting away, still in the My Hero universe, but going a bit overseas. How do you think it works over there, their school systems for, say, America, Britain, the UK?
Okay. There's no schools in Chicago, by the way. No schools in Chicago.
So I had something thought out for this. I think I told you about that D&D project I was doing.
Yes, you did. Didn't you say it was based off that one series, the UALA?
Yeah, it's based off that one. Not fully because I don't go fully into it, but in My Hero, UA is a high school because over there they do 3 years in high school, which would be in America your sophomore, junior, and senior year.
Okay.
I was thinking in America it would work in a similar fashion with high schools being 4 years still, but you attend your first year at a regular school or a hero school in a general education course, covering the basics, math, science, history, all that, history of quirks and all that. Then your third year, you take the hero course exams, or your second year, your sophomore year, you take your hero course exams to go into the hero courses classes covering hero topics to get your hero license. And then graduating your fourth year or your senior year and with your provisional license or your full hero license.
Well, hold up. You just skipped junior year.
Well, junior year would be continuing on the hero courses, continuing on learning and different stuff, training and all that.
That's where I got confused. Okay, sorry about that.
Of course, in America, schooling's different here because I think we go...
Our education system
5 days up the week. That too, but we go 5 days up the week, whereas in the other half over there, they go 6 days, I believe.
Oh, really? What days do they
I believe they even go...
Did they get
I
Sunday
think they go Monday through Sunday. They go Monday through Sunday, I believe.
Yeah, they go Monday through Sunday, and they have only a couple days off on Christmas and summer.
Yeah, so they're going longer. That's why I was thinking that way. Or, do a high school thing. Freshman year is your start, but you have to take entrance exams, which isn't a thing here in the U.S. But for licensing
college
hero stuff, I feel like they would. College, I don't think there'd be hero colleges. I could see them doing like hero courses in high school and then graduating at 18 with it, or doing extraneous courses afterwards.
Well, think about it like this, because remember at the college we were at, they had nursing programs, where at the high school I was at, they had a nursing program there. So it could be like, okay, I didn't do the hero course in high school,
classes for heroes?
So I can do it now for like adult classes for heroes. Exactly, yeah.
Imagine a junior college based on the heroes.
Yeah, if anybody skipped or couldn't do the one in high school because of certain, things they didn't have to meet, but then they met it when they got older after they graduated.
Yeah, our exams.
I feel like just...
Because look at me, like when I was in high school, I couldn't do any sports at all because my asthma was super bad. After I got out of high school, you guys saw I was working out every night.
Yeah. You couldn't run a mile, but...
can't run a mile.
Worked out. That's all that mattered. Homie worked out.
I feel like it would be a lot different here in the U.S. for that because
I was crawling back.
Yeah, it was true.
In the pool.
Didn't we try to carry you one time because you were collapsed?
Never again.
It was fun.
Yes, actually, yes, y'all did.
I just was not there to witness that. Happy I was
but you were there for the pool. And again, during high school, never went to the pool. I got to college, I went to the pool whenever there was a chance. Well, a few exceptions here and there.
I used to go straight up out of when we lifted. I went straight after because that was technically my cardio day as well.
See, there you go then.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. There could be it could be the exact same thing we do here in America. It's just that we only just added the hero course and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all I was saying. It's like that. Also, you could also just say, oh, you can take the hero license exam at whatever time, but you fail. And it costs a certain amount to take it. Kind of like most certification courses here in the U.S.
Like our TSI exams, to enter the program?
Kind of, yeah. You have to pay to get the license.
Here's a quick question. How much more would it cost to get into the course? Because, you saw the facilities in the UA. What would the courses be for regular high schools or even colleges? You got to imagine those tuition bills are going up the roof.
Well, not even just that, though. You remember it's a government position, or not position, but government grant because it's public funding.
But still, some schools or colleges got to get tuition somehow to pay for some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, but you're getting money from the government. They get money from the government to put up that stuff. Maybe not fully, but it covers a portion of it: training equipment, training areas, facilities. and then
Okay,
the
so, like,
tuition for classes helps pay for the rest of it.
Like on that topic.
We're gonna talk about. I'm sorry.
Babydoll's over here trying to speak, and Geronimo's like, nah.
Yeah. No.
I'm sorry. Go for it.
No, just fucking
go for it. Go for it.
You already hurt her feelings.
Yeah. So, like, with me, like...
Okay, I know that.
Oh, okay, you fucking asshole.
Will you let baby girl talk, please?
Babydoll, girl. Boy, get it right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Would you let Babydoll talk, please?
Damn.
So, like, with me being, like, licensed, like, state licensed, like, cosmetology and everything, you know, my financial aid didn't cover all of my tuition. Like, it only barely covered, like, $3,000 out of the $9,000 I had to pay. So I had to do work study, plus get a student loan, plus get my grants, plus, you know, buy my supplies that I needed for my class on the side.
I wonder if you can get like a certain scholarship for having a certain quirk. Like, oh, I have like kind of like how we have like nowadays. Like,
there's scholarships. There's scholarships for having, I think, green eyes, blue eyes, being left-handed,
being
for going to
5'4" now?
college. Yeah, for being a certain height, for being a dwarf.
Wait, for being a certain
small
height?
person. Yeah.
Yeah.
My God.
Like I could have got a scholarship for being over 6 foot.
I could have gotten the scholarship for being indigenous, but you know, we just didn't get that.
I think there's actually a scholarship for having. Is there a scholarship for having asthma? I think I've heard that once.
Yes.
There's literally one for everything.
My God.
That's why, like, that's why I think it would be, you know, quite different here, because Japan scholarships are a thing, but not, you know, as many, I think. I could be wrong about that.
But that could also explain, like, we're in so much debt right now, like our country in general.
Let's not get into politics. I'd rather not go into a rant and scream.
Well, okay, real quick on that thing, though, like, if quirks were a thing, it would ease up on stuff, because you have people who can generate power, who can go and do that to help lower debt in some ways. People who could do other stuff to help economically.
That is true.
Powers would actually be very cool. Also very stupid, because I feel like in America it would be very different. And in Japan, you know, you have people who don't use their quirks in public because that's a law there.
Yeah, but you don't forget America, we have a much higher crime rate than anywhere else in the world, don't we?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I personally, I think it wouldn't be like no quirk usage. It would be, you can use your quirks however you want, as long as you're not hurting other people or the area around you.
Someone with
Think about it. I mean, like,
some lawyer somewhere is going to find a loophole to that, and our asses are straight down the shitter. I mean,
it's going to be the purge all over again.
You have people who, you know, think about it. We have heroes, but heroes aren't as refined as they are over in Japan. You know, it doesn't matter if your quirk is the ability to sprout wood limbs from your arms, or be able to carry immense amounts of weight, like Death Arms and Kamui Woods. Kamui, I can't pronounce it. Kamui Woods.
Just say Woodsy.
But Woodsy, you wouldn't have as refined strength and stuff like that, but you would have a larger number. Quantity over quality, which isn't the best, but in a way it works out, because if you have enough heroes in enough areas, villains aren't really a thing, because you say you have someone whose quirk is a full body enhancement type, you know, they can lift 3 to 4 times their body weight. Very strong. Punches through a wall, tries to rob a place. It's the same thing with fucking guns here, you know? Somebody punches through a wall, tries to rob a store. You can have fucking 4 to 5 people not licensed as heroes, but using the good Samaritan Act or the good quirk Samaritan Act, whatever you want to call it in this metaphorical area. You have people with quirks who can, I don't know, fucking produce lightning, freeze stuff as long as they can make all 5 fingers touch. Because quirks can literally be anything.
I'll give you that, yeah.
I mean, you have quirks that can do literally anything. Negate gravity on things, create explosions from your bombs. You have mutation quirks you have to account for. Quirks that aren't as visible, like Ida's calf engines if you're wearing pants. Sero's cellophane tape mold on his arm if he's wearing sleeves.
Okay, yeah.
You can have somebody whose quirk is like, oh, my entire bones are made of a special metal that can take punches. Or my muscles are like 3 to 4 times as dense as normal humans, which allows me to punch 3 to 4 times as strong.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. Okay, kind of going back just for a quick second, when you said making explosions from your hands, I just realized something. Bakugo's quirk is he can, of course, he sweats out a nitroglycerin-like sweat in which he can explode, right? But is it only through his hands, or could he explode, like, say, from the back of his neck or from his armpits?
I think in the anime, in one of the, I don't remember what season or what episode, but like it explains whenever they get their costume upgrades, that it explains that it catches the sweat from his arms into his gauntlet, so he can, like use that like for extra fire.
Yes, but my question is, can he explode other, like, say, like, I'm sweating on my shoulder right now, could I explode that one particular area?
To be honest, I would think it would probably be extra training, because maybe he could if he had more training into it.
Because I think
that kind of falls into the genetic aspect of it.
Like a mind over body situation?
Well, I mean, think of it. I mean, for your question, Broken, I feel like the answer would just be his hands, because that's where he's creating the spark to ignite the sweat. The sweat from everybody else, from everywhere else, could probably be used if he were to gather it, but I feel like he can only ignite it in his palms.
Okay, because
something about when he tenses the muscles there creates the spark.
Yeah, because I thought it would be kind of cool if, like, think about it, he's like drenched in sweat in the middle of a battle, and then all of a sudden he just like all of his energy, and he becomes an explosion. Like, he becomes a stick of dynamite. Oh, that's where he got his name from.
He becomes a Voltorb.
I was gonna say he becomes his namesake, which is dynamite. But okay, Voltorb works too.
But aside from that, that plays into the genetics part of it in the anime and the manga. Now, his parents' quirks were, I think, acid sweat or oxygenized sweat for his dad, depending on the translation, and glycerin sweat from his mom. Neither of those are able to combust, or they can combust, but they're not able to ignite it. The oxygenized sweat combined with the nitroglycerin makes it very volatile, very explosive. He has some form of a mutation in his palms that ignites it, something that creates a spark, just enough to ignite the sweat into an explosion.
Okay. Hey, wait a minute.
On another note, by the way, sorry for interrupting, Saul.
You're good.
When you went with the crime rate in the U.S. versus other countries, we're 56th.
Oh, we're not that bad.
What's number one?
Oh shit!
Okay, that's because I'm right here right now.
Venezuela.
Really?
That makes sense.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Okay, who has the most car accidents? Just throwing it out there.
I'm gonna guess India.
Texas.
Asia.
Really?
Car accidents.
Hold on.
I'm gonna go with.
I'm thinking India. Have you guys
look that up.
seen the traffic that goes on over there?
Yeah, but they drive so seamlessly. Like,
don't go off of Gabriel Iglesias on us, dude.
I'm doing it right now with my hands.
You're doing that thing.
Oh, and
I could just picture you, dude.
I'm only picturing Fluffy
wait,
do
here,
it.
I'll fucking.
Oh, he's doing it.
he's
doing it.
Another
He's
note, by the
doing it. We're not gonna
Wait,
show that.
Another note,
I'm only sending you
by
the
the
audio.
way.
Do it again. I didn't see you. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Going to gang signs. But anyways, go Geronimo.
All right, so another, and let's go back to the licensing. Ironically enough, to get your license for EMT and as a firefighter, you have to pay almost $1,000 out of your own pocket.
Shit.
Well, the school I was looking at here for cell phone repair technician, it's like $6,000 for 5 days.
Are you kidding me?
Shit, never mind. Y'all are more expensive than I am. At least mine
I'm a firefighter, but a volunteer.
I think it's like $400 for an AC repairman's license or an AC technician license.
I thought you already have one.
I do have one, but that's only because I got it from the school. When I have to renew it.
Oh, when you have to renew it?
I got to renew it every 10 years.
No, you're good for now to start working with it.
I have to renew my license every 2 years, but it only costs me like $50 to renew my license.
I only got to do the 10 years because they assume I'm working with somebody the entire time. So it's just to make sure that I am still keeping up with the regulations. That's all it is.
Who said India, by the way, for the most car accidents?
I thought it was India.
No, it was good.
They're the third.
Okay, so I wasn't too off.
It was number 1.
U.S. supposedly.
I told you.
You said Texas.
The U.S. and Japan. U.S., Japan, and India.
Really?
All
Okay,
time.
let's look up in
that
the
works?
United States. Look up in the United States which state has the
Aren't we
most
supposed to be talking
accidents.
about supercars and stuff?
I know, but I'm trying to prove a point.
Is it Alaska? I've seen Highway Through Hell.
Brother,
I like that show.
his dogs are screaming again.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
no, sorry about that. My dogs are little assholes.
It's fine. It's fine.
California.
Oh,
It makes so much sense.
Yes.
what rank is Texas?
Texas is second.
Huh. I would have thought third.
No.
No,
People
Florida.
are stupid.
All right.
That makes way too much sense.
Yeah,
Which
Florida,
one?
come on.
All right. Hey,
On the other notes, yes, I do know how much car accidents there are in Texas.
Well,
Have
yeah,
to do
because
with
you've
them.
worked on like 3 or 4, right?
more than
Like
that.
In
5 or 6.
total?
I meant like this week.
In total? Oh, this week?
Like 8.
10 max.
5.
Yep. See. Hey, kind of going back real quick. Ferret, when you just said like back to the My Hero thing, actually, I just realized something. All of Class 1A, are any of their parents active heroes?
Ida's brother was active hero. I don't think any of them response or any of them say that they're related to heroes.
No,
Aside from Todoroki,
because if you think about it, like
Like
they're like
Ida.
what 4? They're like the 5th, 6th generation of quirk users, and not one of their parents. And they're in the most prestigious hero school in the country, and not one set of parents was a hero or are active heroes.
What?
well, think about it
Well,
this
if you-
way:
if you
active
discount
heroes
from Ida
probably don't
and,
have time to do that.
Oh, you got me there, but still, I'm just saying like at one point they weren't active.
Ida's sibling and his parents, I believe, were active heroes. His family
Yes,
is a
that's-
hero family, so we count him.
Okay, yeah.
Todoroki, his dad is the new #1 hero, the pillar of hope,
Okay.
or the symbol of hope.
I thought you said killer of hope.
Yes.
Well,
that
technically,
too.
yes.
And none of the others, respond or ever mention having family and heroics.
Okay, because I know like some of the parents like, oh, like this one set of parents are construction, this one set are musicians, this one set are just accountants. So I'm just like, I'm kind of wondering.
Well, like my sister, like she put like a conspiracy theory in my head onto why.
Oh, conspiracy! Put the music on. You know which one?
Yeah.
The X-Files music.
I got you.
Well, my sister put this conspiracy theory in my head on why like Deku's dad isn't there, that he's a hero and like out, saving the world.
You know, Pokemon
that
has
is
His dad
a.
has a job overseas.
It's weird. Pokemon has a fetish with killing the dads, and so does My Hero Academia. Like, what the hell is it? Like, seriously, like you
Whose
never
dad has
see
been
any
killed?
dads anywhere in almost any anime or anything like that.
Masura, Bakugo's dad, Oshako's dad,
Yeah, well, no one cares about
Todoroki's
them.
father's still alive. I believe they show us how do you pronounce him? Can't Stop
Yaoyorozu?
Twinkling's parents. They showed them at one point. Who else? I don't think they showed anyone else's parents. Oh, they showed Jiro's parents. I think that's it.
Yeah, see, not too many. No, but what was the theory, Babydoll?
That Deku's dad is like a hero, and that's why he's not there all the time, because he's overseas like doing hero work.
You think we'd see him at some point, or do you think they would ever like reveal him at
In
some
the
point?
U.S.
I don't know. I'm
Cool.
honestly down. Yeah, I'm honestly down if like he were to show up at one point.
Because it said that he can breathe fire, and I would just like, if ever I see a hero that breathes fire, I'm gonna just straight up say, "Yep, that's his dad."
Well, that like narrows it down to like 3 heroes that I've seen, like background heroes that I've seen.
Yeah.
Do that.
What would his hero name be?
Honestly, if it were me, I would have gone with Scorch Breath.
Flamethrower.
Like a little ass kid. Flamethrower.
Oh no,
Prince-
Flame Spitter.
Zuko.
No, I got it. Dragon.
Prince Zuko.
Or that works too.
I was gonna say Draco, but I mean,
Draco Malfoy.
I was thinking it. I was hoping nobody would say it.
What was the Uncle Iroh's nickname?
Dragon of
Dragon
the
of the
West.
Dragon of the South.
Western Dragon.
Twin moment.
So basically, his nickname would be the Dragon of the South.
Conspiracy: Uncle Iroh is Dick is dead.
I would love to see that.
Please, someone make a fanfic of it. If that's somebody look for a fanfic of it.
No, Deku's dad is Zoro.
Never mess with Zohan.
Nope.
Who the fuck is Zoro?
One Piece.
Never saw it.
I don't have the time to watch it.
Okay.
Like,
So
I
there's
know
a thing
who he
where
is, but I
Zoro.
never saw it.
I think I know
Like,
what
there's
you're
a-
talking about.
You never
no.
seen One Piece?
It's not that I don't
Oh.
want to. It's just that I got into the other two big three at the time. So I figured like it was over 600 episodes at the time. I was like, no, that's way too much. And now it's over 1,000. I don't think so.
I thought it was still at 900. Shit.
It's a really big and intimidating series for me. Okay, I can see the appeal in it, and I have a lot of respect for it, but I just don't want to watch it.
My sister's on the part where like she knows. Okay, so it's a spoiler, right? It's a spoiler. My sister's on the part where the brother dies, and she's like, "I know what's coming." She's like, I already know." It's like I just don't want to watch it and like go through the heartbreak all over again.
You mean Sabo?
Yeah, she's on the part where he dies. I was like, just watch it. You're a
Ace.
She knows,
girl.
but she knows that. Oh yeah, I was right. Ace dies, but she knows that the other brother gets his fruit, right?
Yeah, she knows, but like I don't know, because that's like her comfort character.
I get it.
She's like, he's gonna die.
Tell her to look up this one
I was like, I
YouTuber I
know.
follow called Teching 101. He does nothing but One Piece stuff, or mostly One Piece stuff. She would love him.
You'd probably have to like text that to me because I'm not gonna remember that.
I'll send it to you right now on the snap. All right. Okay, guys. I'm looking at the time right now. It is 10:16. We've been talking for a little over an hour. Do you guys want to keep going, or do you guys want to kind of call it there for the night? Anyway, that's it for this episode of SoulCast. I want to thank Babydoll, I want to thank Ferret, and I want to thank Geronimo. Thank all three of you.
And on that note, this is Broken Soul saying, may your souls be ever bright. I love you guys. Bye.